When you see a new park or a community project get built, your first thought is probably, I wonder how much that cost. But what if I told you that sometimes the most valuable contributions never even show up on a bill? Today, we're going to uncover the hidden language of community building. So, this image asks a really big question, right? How do you connect deep, established community roots with our complex, kind of crazy digital future? We're about to break down exactly how one project managed to bridge that gap. And spoiler alert, it wasn't just about the money. And this isn't some theoretical idea. We're looking at a real project here, the Willtown Resilient Roots Project. It's a brand new digital hub designed to give a community all the tools it needs to get ready for emergencies and to find new opportunities. Okay, but what does a digital hub actually mean? Let's get real. In this case, it's basically a community powerhouse. We're talking an emergency preparedness center, job training resources, a public computer lab, all of it designed to be accessible to everyone. These aren't just features on a website. These are absolute lifelines. Now, for a project that does all that, what would you guess the price tag is? Well, here's our first number, $5,000. That's the official final amount on the invoice for all the development, the setup, the whole shebang. And you can see it right here, plain as day on the invoice. All the work is itemized, and right there at the top, a balance due of $5,000. Seems pretty straightforward, right? But then, you look at a different document for the very same project, and you see this number, $8,800. And this is listed as the donated value. Wait a second, that's way more than the actual bill. So what on earth is going on here? And this brings us to the central puzzle we're solving today. How is it even possible for a single project to have two totally different price tags? A $5,000 bill, but a certified donation of almost $9,000? The answer lies in one simple but really powerful term. And here it is. In-kind contribution. This is the key to the whole thing. It's a formal donation that isn't cash. In this case, it was professional services that has a real, calculated market value. This isn't just someone doing a friendly favor. It's a recognized official part of how the project got funded. The best way to think about it is skin in the game. A lot of times when the government gives out a big grant, they want to see that the local community and its partners are invested too. In-kind contributions are the perfect way to prove that commitment without having to raise a ton of extra cash. So, where did that $8,800 figure actually come from? I mean, did they just pull it out of thin air? Absolutely not. This value is carefully calculated, and the breakdown is actually pretty fascinating. This is how they built up to that number. The official document breaks it all down. 80 hours of development, 40 hours of infrastructure design, 50 hours of project management. Each block of time has a specific dollar value attached. And when you add it all up, you land exactly at $8,800. And here's the really important part. These numbers aren't just a guess. As the document states right here, the valuation is based on official data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics and what the local market rates actually are. It's all verifiable. It's legit. But here's where it gets even more interesting. The normal market rate for this kind of tech work in that area is between $65 and $85 an hour. But the company doing the work chose to apply a much lower social impact rate of just $40 an hour. So why would they do that? Why would they lowball themselves? It's a really smart strategic move that's all about maximizing the benefit for the community. By valuing their donated time conservatively, they're essentially stretching every single dollar of that grant. They're delivering way more in actual work than the grant is paying for, which lets the project be bigger and better than it ever could have been otherwise. Okay, so we've been in the weeds with the numbers and the definitions. Let's zoom out. Why does this whole system of in-kind matching matter so much? Why is it so important for building stronger communities? It creates this incredible, powerful cycle. First, a local group can leverage federal money that they couldn't get on their own. Second, it proves that local partners are truly bought in. Third, it makes taxpayer dollars go way, way further by pairing them with private expertise. And the result? A project that has a much, much greater impact. And that brings us back to this image, which makes so much more sense now, doesn't it? It's not just a logo. It's a perfect symbol of this whole partnership model. You can think of the federal grant as the water, but that in-kind contribution from the local partner, that's the rich soil that helps those community roots grow into a really strong technological future. Wow, we have covered a lot of ground, from invoices to federal regulations. So let's just do a quick recap of the key takeaways from this deep dive. So, what's the bottom line? First, in-kind contributions are not just favors. They are real, verified donations with an official market value. Second, they're often the absolute key to unlocking grant funding. And most importantly, they are the engine that drives these amazing partnerships between public funds and private expertise. And that leaves us with a final thought. Now that you know about this hidden language of community building, I have a feeling you're going to start seeing it everywhere. So the next time you walk past a new local project, ask yourself, what are the hidden partnerships here? What are the unseen contributions, the valuable work that never made it onto an invoice that are truly making this place stronger?